What's going on, guys? This is Big Black from MaddenLegend.com, bringing you an offensive mini scheme from the Jacksonville playbook. The formation we're going to look at is the A single back formation, and the play we're going to look at first is a counter play. This was a play I used a lot in Madden 2013, and I got a lot of glitchy blocking from it and made a lot of plays from it. I played elite players that would have issues with this, so trust me, this is a good running play, but you do have to pick your battles because it's not going to work against every single defense. The way you're going to run this, you're going to bump the run to the inside and wait for your pulling blocker to make a play on that defensive end. The defensive end this year on counters, for some reason, plays a running back the way that it would a quarterback in the read option. So you just have to have a little bit of stick, a little bit of ball carrier vision and patience, and you should get 5 to 10 yards a carry depending on the defense. As you know, in a counter play, the pulling guards leave their run to be susceptible to blitzes and good user defenders. So if someone's blitzing you from that, or someone has really good stick and user defending and they're running through the space where the pulling guards are from, then you might want to go ahead and pick another running play because this will be less effective. But for the most part, on most people that I play, it's really effective. It's a really effective run play. The play that we're looking at here is the PA stretch. This play is amazing against man defense. As you can see there, that B route is kind of on a slant, and he cuts back out to a corner post. I haven't met anyone that could run 2-man under on me, and under this formation, it seems to be absolutely impossible. With the routes on this play, you'll see that you're going to give your opponent a big headache. What I like about this formation is that every single route is unbumpable except the B route. It does get bumped a little bit, but it gets open right away. I've never seen that route get jammed off the line. What I end up doing is I'll put my tight ends in slants. Last year in Madden, with double tight end formations, running tight end streaks was really popular. Obviously, that's not going to work that well in the Madden 25 season because there's no pass precision. But if you put them on slants like you're seeing here, you can get crazy separation. Right there, the linebacker was lined up right over Jason Witten, and his angles were just horrible. You were able to just get great yardage with Jason Witten. Even there, the linebacker bit on the play action. So sometimes keep that play action if you know they're not blitzing, because defenders will bite down on it, and you'll get big yardage. And that's the only time I probably would run a streak with a tight end, to see if defenders will bite down on the play action, and that sometimes leaves the streaks wide open. Now, the tight end on the left side is also on the slant, but I keep his route pattern because you can do this and motion him. This play is really crazy, guys. The tight end gets crazy separation from his defender. The defender doesn't even play him. He just kind of watches him run his route and then catch the ball, and not until he catches the ball does he actually try to go and make the tackle. And right there, I just got like a free 20 yards basically. So if you have a faster tight end like Vernon Davis or Jermaine Gresham or Jermichael Finley, you'll get great yardage, even have a touchdown threat. Another thing that I noticed is when you go ahead and motion the tight end, the receiver on the left side steps up. Comeback routes are unbumpable this year in Madden, and when he steps up like that, it allows you to have the opportunity to try to pass lead to the inside and click on and catch the ball. Now, just don't jump into a ranked game and try to do this because it looks good. Trust me, you're gonna want to go ahead and go into practice mode and try to get good at this. It does take a little bit of stick, it does take a little bit of skill, but once you get it down, it'll be second nature, guys, and you'll be doing this in your sleep. See there, that's a great example. That was a warning. That will happen if you try to go into a ranked game and try to do this right away. You got to time it right, you got to know when to throw it, and that just takes practice. There's no way I can explain it to you. But like I said, what I do you got to time it when you throw it, but I'll pass precision to the inside and click on and use your catch the ball. So as you can see, with all these combinations, it makes it really hard to defend. A lot of times what happens, the safety right there, he'll come up and kind of hit the receiver and cause him to drop the ball, and that gets really annoying. But what I do is I'll put my running back in a streak, and that running back will grab the attention of the safety for a moment, allowing me to go ahead and still throw that ball, and he'll still be wide open. So do that if you're having a problem with that with safety. Just put your running back in a streak, and he'll occupy the safety's attention just enough for you to get open. Now that running back in the backfield becomes an option too. You can go ahead and pass lead him to the inside and get great yardage with him up the middle of the field. A lot of times I got touchdowns from that play, especially formations like Porter's defense or something. It's a really good play. And that's what's gonna happen, guys. I promise you. Most people that you're gonna play who like to run two men under, they'll come out in like some Porter's defense, like a passing defense, or like a dollar defense or a dime or something like that. And that leaves your run open, that leaves a dive play open, that leaves a stretch play open, that leaves a counter play open, and that's when this formation really gets effective. So 90% of the time, that's the people I play, but there's some smart people out there who know how to play Madden, and they'll run other formations like a 4-6 or 4-6 bear under, or like a 4-4, and start blitzing their defenders and dropping back in zone coverages. And then at that point, this play becomes a lot more difficult to run. But in my part 2 video, I will show you guys how to get around that and how to still make this play be effective. But you know, as you can see right here, against just normal 2-men under players, it's really effective. And this play, I believe, is good enough to get you into the top 100. If you commit to it and make the right reads, I don't think it can be stopped. What I really like about it too is it's kind of an offense that controls the clock. If you're, let's say you got a scheme, and you got the ball, and sometimes in the money game you want to go ahead and control the clock. This offensive scheme is a great option. You can nickel and dime someone down the field. I take up whole quarters with this offense sometimes, and that can win you ball games. Another option that defenders try to make for themselves is running fag 2-men under defense, and I've run into this a lot of times. They put the DNs in purples and stuff, and try to cause trouble on the routes. The good thing is that X route on the left side still gets open. The defender's defensive end doesn't really get there in time to make a play on the ball. So if someone's doing that, don't worry about it. You can still throw that route. You can still catch the ball and get yardage, and make a good play on it. So look out for that. Now on the right side of the field, that little corner post route, the purple does kind of get in the way, but there still are some options that you can do. Sometimes you can just pass precision the ball up, and you'll pass it away from the purple route, as you see there, and be able to catch the ball. Now to get that open a little bit more, you can put your tight end on a zig route, or you can put this is a better combination, you can put your running back in the flats and streak your tight end to draw away the safety coverage, and that should leave the B route open. So just go in practice mode and practice that a little bit. I didn't really show any examples here unfortunately, but go into practice mode, test it out, and you'll be able to see you can still get that B route open and make it an option. But you know what, you don't have to go through that much trouble, because if they're doing that, that leaves other routes open. It leaves the tight end slants open. You have the route to the left side of the field, the X route, and you have your running back, that you can put on a streak. So there's all those options. Like I said, you can't run man coverage against that offense. So here, the next play that we're going to look at is this PACTR Wago. This is a really good play because on the left side of the field, that X route is like on a post, and that route just gets crazy animation. He gets open against everything, really. Gets zone coverage, even against man coverage, and this play can go for 30 yards or more sometimes. So it's a really good play to add to your arsenal, and I'm going to give you some examples here. So its play is called PACTR Waggle. I'm not sure what CTR stands for. Somebody knows that, please let me know. I think it stands for counter, I think, or something. So right there, that was that post route. It got crazy animation. As you see, right there, the defender bit down on the play action, but this was a better example here. Right there, you can see I was still able to make a play on the ball. The receiver gets inside positioning every single time, even quarters defense, same animation, and it kind of demands a user. You're gonna have to user that, or set up some type of zone coverages. But even against zone coverage, I mean, like, we'll just normal zone coverages like cover 3 or cover 4. The middle of the field, as you know, stays open. Now here is another thing I learned from this. Last year in this play, I would use motion fades a lot. So I was kind of testing out on the right side of the field with that comeback route, because they're unbumpable. And you can do a motion comeback route. It does take a little bit of practice, and it is inconsistent. So you definitely want to pick your battles. But for the most part, this is something that you can use. You can go ahead and motion him. He'll get some separation, pass the ball, click on and catch it. It does have touchdown potential in the right situations. So practice that a little bit, see how it works for you, and add this into your offensive arsenal, and you should be effective. So again, with all these routes, the post and the slants for the tight end and the running back, and the motion comeback route, again, this is really effective against man defense. I really don't see how anyone can stop this using man defense. Now, if someone's blitzing you from this formation, you definitely kind of want to pick your battles, like I said, because that post route does take time to develop. So put your tight ends in drags and slants. Maybe run your running back out to the flats and motion him to the left or the right to cause man switches, and pick your battles. And like I said, you should be really effective if you do that. So test this out. Tell me how this works for you guys. Tell me how this is helping you, and should help you get better. I personally think that this is good enough to get you into the top 100. You definitely have to commit to it though, and make the right reads. This offense does demand you to make reads, and be smart about it, because there are different things that defenders do to try to make this more difficult. Right here, I'm showing the stretch play. Right here, you can see the blocking is different. There are no pulling guards. The linemen are just blocking the defenders in front of them. Right there, what I was trying to do, I tried to motion the receiver over and get more blockers over there, and it becomes a little bit more effective. So this is a really good play. Sometimes if I cut it to the inside, I can go for a touchdown. Whenever I run this play, it usually leaves me one-on-one with the safety. If you can just juke him out, you'll get a touchdown every single time. Also, what I do is I'll motion the receiver from the left side of the field to the right, giving me more room to run the ball. And this is really effective because there's less defenders over there. So you can test it out and see how that works for you. I'll even motion him and run it to the right side as I'm showing here, and that's really effective. So alright then guys, that'll bring me to the end of this video. If you found this helpful, please comment, like, and subscribe. Watch out for part 2. I will be explaining how to run this against zone coverage. And until next time, be easy.